I got a question for you. How many times do you have to go to the store to feed your plant obsession in just one day? Oh, mine is 2. Let's go. What's going on, my plant peoples? I am the ADHD gardener, where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a form of mental health therapy. And I did a little retail shopping, maybe a lot of retail shopping. If you've been following me on my Facebook, I've been trying to get into like cut flower gardening, right? So I'm supposed to be starting a bunch of seedlings just to test out the flower waters. And I learned a lot already, and I'm glad I kind of learned it now in the winter time. I'm actually kind of glad that I grew those plants indoors during the winter. I needed to, kind of get used to those particular type of flowers. What are their needs? What are their care for? How it all goes, blah, yada, yada, yada. So of course, as I was learning, I found out that 2 of my plants that I grew for flowers, was not how I wanted it to go. Granted, those flowers are nice, but I want big blooms. I want big flowers. I have a go big or go home mentality. So when I want flowers, I want big showstoppers. I want big colors, bright, beautiful stuff. And unfortunately, those flowers did not do it. So what did I do today? I went shopping when I wasn't supposed to because I'm broke. But I needed some retail therapy, and of course, I spent on flowers. Let's see what I got, because I am serious this time. I am so serious. I need to get it together. Let's see what I got though. I had to. I didn't have to, but I had to. You know what I mean? I have a hardy fig here. I have a seedless grape right here. And of course, I couldn't just stop there. I got 2 blueberry bushes. Whoa, I'm so excited. Was I supposed to spend this? Absolutely not. However, yet here we are looking over some plants, flowers. Oh. Yo, all I gotta say is that we are not going to tell Jose that I bought all this, okay? Of course, more seedlings, because why wouldn't I buy more seedlings? I had to buy them. I got some gladiolus. Yo, 60 bulbs. 60 bulbs. Yo, I'm gonna be so happy planting them all. Of course, you need your neem oil. I had to get that. And of course, I had to buy dahlias, and they're so pretty. If you've seen my first video on cut flower gardening, or at least the beginning of my journey on cut flower gardening, I did mention that I am growing one dahlia. It's the Dahlia Bishop's Children. Now, I learned last minute, because why would I learn at the right time? That plant is actually gonna stay really small. It only gets to be about like 1 or 2 feet. And the blooms are actually really small. But I wanted big flowers. Like I said, go big or go home. And these dahlias are gonna be so beautiful. And they're gonna be so lovely. And I even bought more zinnias, because the zinnia that I had, if you've been following me on Facebook, turned out to be really small. So I got the giant zinnias, and I will be planting a bunch of those. I forgot to tell you guys that I wound up getting some hyacinths and tulips, and I'm gonna be using those for the front of my house. They were really cheap, and they actually have multiple plants per nursery pot. So that's exciting. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm all over the place. I know I look a mess right now, but then again, I always look a mess. I'm always playing in dirt, literally. In case you're wondering why I have a hat indoors on and I have my earrings that do not match, and I look a hot mess at the current moment, why I'm speaking so fast and all that wonderful stuff, I will address all that in a vlog and maybe a little bit on the after of this video. But for now, we're gonna focus on flowers. So now I'm gonna show you guys, the status of all the other cut flowers that I've started from the beginning. A few things I learned about these zinnias is 1, they grow fast. Faster than all the other plants that I'm growing. So I know that these can actually be, started outdoors, because they grow pretty fast. Another thing I've learned is that this particular zinnia variety, this is called Zinnia Illumination. So all of these zinnia plants right here are gonna be teeny tiny, just like that one, and I'm not feeling it. I'm kind of disappointed. Actually, I am disappointed, because I was looking for the big flowers. But that's okay. I ordered these before I started to do the cut flower gardening idea. So, it is what it is. And look, we have that little one right down there. Look at that little chiquito. So tiny and so small. of a Cosmo. You are so small, bro. I'm sorry. You're nice and all, but you're too small. See, these are the Dahlia's Bishop's Children. These are a lot smaller than the dahlias that I got this time. 2 feet tall, maybe like 2 feet tall. It's kind of small, man. And I'm sure these flowers are gonna be a lot smaller than I would have liked. That is why I bought bigger dahlias. The Gerbera Daisies are doing really good. They're just slow growers, really slow growers. And the phlox, well, I just never did it. I am gonna do it though. I am gonna do it. And these Shasta daisies, they grow slow too, but they're still doing pretty good. All right, snapdragons actually worked out. Look at that. I wound up reseeding a bunch of snapdragons, and oh my gosh, I got a lot of them. So that means I'm gonna have to transplant and transfer a lot of those. But woo, snapdragons, see, I learned a lot from that first video. I learned a lot. This is actually a tomato from my arrow garden. Go figure, right? These peonies though, they are growing incredibly slow, but for me, I'm on time because I started this early. Now you see why I wanted to start some flowers indoors. The snapdragons, the peonies, you have the Gerbera daisies, Shasta daisies. You have a lot of stuff that grows relatively slow. So that is why we start them under the grow lights indoors. But we all know now from looking at my stuff that zinnias do not need to be started indoors. These are all the strawberries. I need to repot that like soon. These are the cone flowers. That actually did really good too. I also need to separate this. Finally, again, paying attention, observing your plants. This is what should have been caught a lot sooner had I been more mindful of my plants. So now I have to go today after the video. I will give this a boatload of nutrients and hopefully, get those suckers back, because those delphiniums were not easy to grow. But also, you see, they are slow growers. So that is why you do the snapdragons and the delphiniums very early. They are slow growers. Cut flower gardening, wow, what can I say? Oof, trial and error, learning, patience. Oh gosh, patience. Did I mention patience? Patience. I know a lot of this can be hard for us, and especially trying to get into the habit of getting better flowers, getting into the habit of better plant practices is kind of hard. Isn't that the whole point of plant therapy though? I mean, nothing really happens overnight. Patience. Patience, Jack. Patience. Trust me, this is not the end of my flower purchases. I still have to buy some peonies, and I really got to get heavy involved in sunflowers, because what is going to look beautiful? I think this year's obsession is going to be flowers. If you did enjoy this video and you want to show me some love, then don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, then consider subscribing. I drop a video every week and then some in between. Also, don't forget about the notification bell, because without the bell, you won't know I'm dropping a video. And last but not least, you can catch me on Facebook and Instagram. You can drop me a message. I post a lot of funny memes, a lot of DIY projects, and a lot of the behind the scenes of what I do daily around these videos. So we both are going to be growing our happiness one plant at a time, one day at a time. I'll check y'all later. Peace and love. Okay, you guys, I'm going through some personal stuff in my life. I'm really stressed out, super stressed out. Plus the light change, the daylight savings time. And we all know if you are bipolar or ADHD, woo, that time change really can mess with you. And with the stress, with the load of plants and all the things that I'm trying to do, it's not working out. I'm really having a hard time trying to keep together, and it's a little rough. So yeah, not to mention that on an impulsive whim, I decided to gauge up my ears, and I blew out my ears. I'm trying to go one more size up from this one, but I did not do it correctly because I've been extra impulsive lately, and I blew out my ear. So that means I had to start over from a smaller size and then work my way up back to that. Does it suck? Absolutely. I'm the one that did it, so I can't blame absolutely nobody else but myself. I'm trying to calm down. I'm really trying to calm down. However, it is really hard because I've been extremely irritable. And I'm talking irritable. I'm not talking light irritable either. I'm talking like, yo, let's fight. And that's not right. And I know it's not right. And I know that I'm supposed to be kind of chilling out. And that's my plan. I'm hoping to re-stabilize, re-chill out. And that involves a lot of chill. And this actual video, I filmed it right after I came back from those home improvement stores. Like, I was so happy I decided to just kind of like share my joy of buying a bunch of impulsive flowers because I was feeling kind of crappy and I needed a little retail therapy, which is terrible. I know it's a symptom of something else, like maybe some severe irritability, hypomania. I don't really know what it is, but I don't regret it. I got a lot of flowers and we're gonna be planting those soon. So keep your head up. Keep your head up. I know we're gonna have bad days. I'm having a bad few weeks, but we got this. We just gotta stick together, chill out, and be with our plants. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot to buy peonies and ranunculuses. However, I think the money ran out, so I couldn't buy them. I will buy them though. I will.